What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I am FB.
And I'm the Goob.
Sponsored by the Good Time Tavern of Livermore, California. How's the Goob?
The Goob is really psyched about spring training in 14 days. No, I'm kidding. Niners going to the Super Bowl, baby.
The fuck are you talking about? You're just excited for spring training. Yeah, me too.
Spring training, baby.
Spring training. I don't know why you're excited for spring training.
No, I'm not. I'm ready for some football. 2 weeks to wait. Such a long time.
It is a long time to wait. I find that to be good for both teams, and I think it's just equal, right? I mean, you both get 2 weeks off, both will suffer through rust, both will deal with, both will get to recover. The Chiefs did lose, I think, a bigger piece throughout this run through the playoffs.
Menahue, man, he was a great Niner, Menahue, for that year. Now, getting. Well, we'll get to the preview next week. Super Bowl preview coming next week.
Yes, we'll get to the preview. Well, Menahue got injured this week, so he was a casualty of this weekend.
Very relevant, yes.
Yes.
Did you hear they stole Jackie Robinson Stadium from a Little League park in Kansas? That's fucked up.
How dare them?
I know, they cut him off at the ankles and burned him in a burn barrel. Poor statue.
What?
They cut off the statue at the ankles and torched him in a burn barrel. They found him just destroyed.
My Jackie Robinson?
Everyone's Jackie Robinson.
No, hold on.
Yes, it was a statue of that Jackie Robinson.
Hey, I get to put a doll in the face of everybody now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. They burnt me. They put me in a barrel.
They burnt me.
Jesus Christ, that is horrible. I can't believe you're telling me that. I'll put Jackie up later. Jackie can just sit right there for the rest of the show.
Right.
He can root me on. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks for rooting me on, buddy.
Right. No arrest made. So if you have any information on these vandal animals, because I couldn't find any real animal stuff.
That's brutal.
Yeah. No, I didn't see that come.
No, I didn't. I would have never thought anybody would ever do that to Jackie Robinson. So, all right. Well, boo Kansas City.
Wichita, to be honest.
Wichita. It's totally different.
It's totally different. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll find their rednecks. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
All right. So
hopefully somebody turns them in. That's what you're saying. We're looking for decent people is what we're looking for out there to turn them in. That's what we need. Something.
Exactly.
All right. So other than you're the happiest guy in the world,
baby.
I also, as a Packer fan, I'm a very happy man. To be honest with you, I cannot be unhappy with the Packers because what we did this year was incredible. So go with it. I'm happy for everybody right now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the unthinkable is happening. We're playing terrible football and we're in a Super Bowl. And I'm not sure whether to be encouraged by this or really terrified that we're just going to keep playing terrible football. But I mean, the way we're playing, we got outgained both games. Packers outgained us, Lions outgained us.
Correct.
There were a couple turnovers here, a couple turnovers there. And, fourth down missed here and there, a couple bad calls. Dan Campbell, he went with his, what he always does. He went for a lot of fourth downs. And maybe that cost him the game. Maybe it was Brock Purdy's water dragon dancing, scrambling.
No, it cost him the game. It totally cost him the game. There's a way to coach during the regular season, and that's where you go for it on fourth down all the time and you go crazy. When you get to playoffs, points are at a premium in the playoffs. To get any points, not kicking that field goal was a mistake.
45-yarder, right?
Yeah, gimme. That's 3 points. 2 field goals. He had to take that time out right at the end of the game there when that guy didn't make the touchdown. When he ran the ball. Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. He should have just kicked the field goal there because he still had to do the onside kick no matter what. I would have got to the 20-yard line and probably kicked the field goal and said, all right, let's If you don't get the onside kick, none of this bullshit matters.
Right?
But
They didn't. We
you
survived.
save 3 timeouts. You have all 3 of your timeouts now. You're gonna onside kick anyways. So there's another field goal option he should have probably taken right away. You know what I mean? And said, all right, we're in field goal range. There's a minute and 17 seconds left. Kick the field goal. Let's go for the onside kick. If we don't get it, then we got 3 timeouts to try to stop the Niners. Either way, you have to a miracle still with a minute and some odd seconds left. You still need to try to get the ball back a second time being down 2 scores. So I don't know. Dan Campbell coached himself out of the Super Bowl.
Right? I mean, yeah, the Niners just keep getting luck. I mean, like, how many passes did Josh Reynolds drop on 3rd or 4th down? I mean,
They were behind him.
They
were.
catches the pass that bounces off the dude's face. It was a nice catch, but I mean, it bounced off the dude's face.
Went right through his hands.
There's a lot of
helmet.
wizardry going here. But you got to give Purdy credit. That's 2 comebacks in a row. He's doing what we need him to do in the time that we need him to do it.
Yes, I am not going to discredit Brock Purdy in any way. If you thought tonight I was going to come on this show and make fun of Brock Purdy, no. Listen. He got lucky in the Packer game, and that's when I would have discredited him because he threw 2 balls to 2 Packers. 2 Packers decided not to take those balls to the house. They didn't even decide to catch them. They just fucking let them go through their hands. Right. So I can't listen. If you throw it up and they don't take it, now you're bad. You know what I mean? So. Right, yeah. With the Lions, he gave up 1. He did.
Gave up 1, should have had another one, but again, dropped by the defense.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference in this game. That let's take the Lions game for an example. If Andy Reid is on the other side of the field, and it's 4th and 2, and 3 points are an option to go up for 17, Andy Reid kicks the field goal. He puts his defense back on the field at the 25. Right. He makes you work for it. Their defense is number 2. Yours is number. I mean, I don't think you can have such a bad start. You know, I mean, from what I saw the last 2 games, I can't believe you guys are here.
Dude, their O-line was so good. I mean, they're going to be
Packers
really good
O-line was apparently pretty good too, because you never got to Jordan Love. One hurry or some shit. Right. Half a sacky. You know what I mean? It was like,
yeah, maybe our D-line's not as good as we thought. Fire Chase Young. I don't know.
Or maybe your D-line isn't one unit and mistakes are made.
Just not beefy enough, I think.
Yeah, that's possible.
We need that one big Hawaiian type beefster in the middle, sumo style.
You need Sumato in the middle.
That's right.
Sumato, right in the middle. Right. 365 pound Sumiato. And you'd have killed it. But you don't got that. You got a bunch of defensive ends.
No, we're just gonna wait until the second half and then decide to play a little defense.
Nice. Both games.
We'll
preview it next week. I'll have an interesting answer if you decide to do that.
I've got some questions, but I'm gonna finish with I am encouraged that we have not played our best football and we're still managing to win. I think if we play like even 50% better than we did these last couple of weeks, I think we'll see. I'll tell you what I think later. Like and subscribe.
I agree. I think if you play up to your potential. So Ravens and Kansas City was
the Ravens did not play up to their potential.
I don't even know what to say about that game. Lamar Jackson looked terrible. Actually, the identity of the Ravens was not there. I saw him drop back to pass more times.
Right? It was like they had a game plan for Marino in the Ravens instead of Lamar in the Ravens.
Yeah. I didn't see Gus Edwards take the ball 5 times in the first quarter.
3 carries the whole game for Gus Edwards.
That to me is insane. 3 carries. I mean, I'm like,
Todd Monken, what
a couple nice ones, but too late.
Oh man, I was hoping that tipped pass that he caught, he would just take that to the house. That would have been so nice.
Lamar? Would have been
Yeah,
insane
the
if he
tip,
caught his own pass and went 90 for a touchdown or
right?
65 or whatever.
Imagine
So
the fantasy
yeah,
points on that.
he signed. Did I? My memory is a little vague on Lamar. Did Lamar do he signed a contract, right?
Yeah, he was his own agent. He signed a deal, got a lot of guaranteed money, not Deshaun Watson guaranteed money, but no one else will get that ever again, I don't think.
I hope not. Deshaun Watson didn't deserve that. So you're saying right now he is the Ravens quarterback
For sure.
for
For
sure.
about 45 mil a year.
45 mil a year. Damn, that's a lot of money. I hope Jordan takes kind of like an honest approach at this and says, yes, I do want to be in the top 10 paid quarterbacks, but you don't have to guarantee me $1 trillion and give me a 90 million a year. It seems detrimental to a team. The way they handled the game was detrimental to themselves. Zay Flowers is just a rookie, so I'm not going to say anything about him.
Two big mistakes, though. Two big mistakes.
I watched Quay Walker make many mistakes last year, and I still think he's going to be that Roquan Smith eventually. So I'm fine with Zay Flowers making mistakes and immaturity.
Oh, he's
I'm
still
not.
going to be good. He's still going to be good in fantasy. Just like you can't trust him in the Super Bowl now.
Oh well, no, yeah. Kadarius Toney apparently doesn't have an injury, but is on the injury report and not playing. So, and he's like, "I'm not injured." Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about him. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt bad for the Ravens. I thought they had it, and they held Mahomes to 17 points.
Right, but it was the 17 points. They did it the way they wanted to. Like you were saying earlier in the Niners segment, Andy Reid took his points, made you go 20, 75 yards to get your touchdowns. And when he got the ball, he just went doot, 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 first down. Clock is ticking. I think that one drive was what, 10 minutes, that one touchdown drive? Like the whole quarter was over, plus half of the second quarter. It was like, oh, you guys better get going if you want some points.
Right. Yeah, it's all about controlling the clock and getting points.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
and
and
Andy
three
Reid won
turnovers to
that one.
zero.
So
Oh, the one stat that I thought was interesting is the yards were pretty similar, but the Chiefs got 5 first downs from penalties. Drive keeping alive penalties led to
right.
like 15 more plays with Mahomes and Pacheco and Kelsey just ting ting ting.
Wow.
Yeah. So that
Well,
was monster.
that's something to keep up for that preview because that's probably not going to be the same. Two better ran teams for sure.
Yeah, we were pretty high on penalties, but I don't expect this. We haven't had that many in the playoffs.
No, I didn't see a lot in the last two games you guys played, and I was lucky enough to watch both games from start to finish.
Yeah.
So, listen, we'll talk about it next week. I'm excited for it. You're always excited for the Super Bowl. I'm always excited for a good Taylor Swift appearance, and I'm always excited for a halftime show. Even though I never watch any, I'm always cooking during the halftime show. So as
Yeah.
everybody else is watching halftime, I'm like, that's the
Yeah.
time to get it all together for the second half. How was the halftime show?
Right.
Oh, it's great. What'd you do? The nachos, the chips. Remember, I put the steaks on and I did the burgers. Remember, what the fuck were you doing? NFL. Other than that, all you can do is coaching. We've had a few.
Yeah, a couple questionable ones, a couple pretty obvious ones.
Well, Harbaugh was obvious.
Harbaugh to the Chargers. Yeah, that was kind of a no-brainer. And
Belichick not getting a job, kind of a no-brainer, right?
well, I mean, he interviewed for the Atlanta job. That means he wanted a job, right? Or actually, he was interviewing Arthur Blank. That's right.
Yeah, he
Forgot.
wasn't interviewing for a job. He was interviewing the owner to see if he was willing to take.
Right. All right, but yeah, that was kind of a shock. I mean, let's see here. Arthur Smith to the Steelers. I mean, I guess if you want to be
Hardy to the
boring,
Steelers, yeah.
good job Pittsburgh on being a boring offense for the next, well, I'd say a year. That's about as long as he'll last.
Well, he's a running based offense, and the team in the Super Bowl is a running based offense, and the Niners and the Ravens are running.
Steelers don't have a quarterback.
Steelers don't have a quarterback, but they got Whirl and you can pick up a running back. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it fits the Steelers running and running and throwing to the tight end. Oh, wait a minute. They don't do that. At least Kyle Pitts didn't see a catch. That's for sure. So
Nope.
no. So I don't
No.
know.
That, and then on the other side of Philly, you saw Fangio going to the Eagles as the DC. That
Yes.
can't be that can never be a bad move, right? Fangio.
No. Fangio he's somebody that's like what I was either looking for with the Packers or looking for the Packers to go young and inventive. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Something not seen, somebody with a lot of like a D'Amico Ryans or a
Some chutzpah.
something. So now I don't know. A good thing about the Ravens losing to the Kansas City Chiefs is we were able to start interviewing assistants from their team, which is you want to interview assistants from defenses that bring something when they're on the field. I mean, the
Right.
last thing I want to do is take
Sacks and turnovers. That's what you want, right?
yeah.
The Ravens led in both of those, I believe.
And an intense, hard hitting, aggressive. That's the kind of deep blitzing. I want blitzing. I want hidden blitzes, and I want the scheme that so maybe that's a younger kid. So I don't know. So you say Fangio, and I'm like, yeah, but maybe the Packers with this young core of everything, coaches, offense, defense. Maybe a young coach needs to be in there. And I wanted Belichick for like 4 days until I realized he would just be that old grumpy guy at the Packers facility. Because that's all he would be is the old grumpy guy at the Packers facility. Because everybody else is like 30 to 40 and all the players are 20. So I'm like, maybe not. So we're interviewing still for defensive coordinator. And we've had like
lots of jobs still out there.
Yeah, I think we've had 5 or 6 interviews for that.
I'm just hoping the Niners don't get pillaged again like we do every year. Actually, more third-round picks. Fuck it. Take our staff. We don't care.
I don't know. Your defense isn't impressive. Maybe it's just somebody you should just let Wilkes go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Does somebody want this guy?
Does somebody want this guy, and we'll find somebody else. Maybe D'Amico Ryan or Salah's got somebody that's worth pilfing from. You know what I mean?
They definitely took some people with them. So yeah, maybe we can get some of those guys back.
Well, that's where I was kind of hoping the Packers would have tried to maybe interview 1 or 2 of Texans or a Jet defensive coordinator or a Texans, one of the guys there, and just like had an interview and see what they said and what they thought and what they might have brought. You know what I mean? But
sure.
Well, I guess we'll wait and see now. But I was excited about the Ravens interviews. That kind of defense I like. If you can get somebody from that defense, you got to wait for the Chiefs defense and the Niners defense. You can't even go to any of those coaches right now. So it's like if you wanted one of those coaches, then you're just going to have to wait for 3 more weeks. If the Packers haven't hired a defensive coordinator in 2 weeks from now, we'll know why. Because they're trying to pilf one from the Niners or the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be it. I'll be like, all right, apparently we like the fucking defensive back coach for the Niners. And we're waiting. Here we go.
Sounds good.
Well, all right, awesome. You got anything else in football? Any other coaches?
Do you know the Niners are in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I know, man. Let's move on to basketball.
Yeah.
Because that's just, I'm going to have to listen to this shit for 2 more weeks about the Niners being in the Super Bowl. So let's just get it over with. That's why I'm going to end up voting for the Kansas City Chiefs in the end. Is because of you and Dan and every other person that comes into the tavern or anybody else I know.
We'll take it.
Yep. So voting for the Chiefs.
We don't need a happy grumpy Packers fan. Whatever.
Happy grumpy Packer fan. That's what I'll be. Happy about the Packers, grumpy about the Niners. Not grumpy Knicks. Wow. Man, I don't know what is more impressive with the Knicks. And I'm going to ask you this question. What is more impressive? The fact that after the trade, which I haven't seen a lot of teams other than the Pacers try to change their team to make a better team. So after the trade, what is more impressive to you? The, say, 10-12 run we've gone on, or the fact that we're only allowing like 92 points a game now because of this little, what is more impressive to what stands out the most to you with this trade that we've made that has just
OG Anobi.
what about Anobi in this trade has changed the Knicks that much? Is it the defensive presence you see now? Or is it the winning? Or is it the combination of the two that allows the two to just mold together?
Well, I'll be honest. The 10-2 record, obviously very impressive. But we see teams do that here and there. You know,
Everybody
what I mean?
gets a run.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that whoever your coach is has convinced all
Tommy
these players to actually play defense is the
Thibodeau.
most impressive thing. Is it Thibodeau?
It's Thibodeau.
How is it? He somehow gets teams to all just like buy in, like, hey, we can win championships if you just fucking play some defense, dog.
We've had 2 or 3 games where we've only allowed 84 points. A few games where we've only allowed 92 points.
That was a halftime score in the Celtics game today. It was 84-80.
And we've only allowed 84 points in a couple of games. So I think, to me, the thing that, 10-2 since he showed up. We've won the last 2 without Randall. We're still waiting to hear about what Julius's outcome is going to be from the separated shoulder. But 10-2 is pretty good.
No,
but 92 points in this day's NBA, to me, is the most impressive stat for the Knicks right now.
Yeah. Like, it's just, do you think, was it OG Anobi and Precious Achua that came in and they helped Thibodeau? They're like, we've already bought into this kind of thing. Now you guys, we got 3 against all y'all now. So, and Brunson's already over here. I see him standing over here. And now, okay, it's Randall. It's just you and, well, yep. Josh Hart's over here now. Oh shit!
Right
now, Randall, you got to buy in now. Sorry, buddy.
You got to buy in. We're gonna play defense. We're gonna disrupt the lanes. Busy hands. DiVincenzo with a great evening. Second time in history. DiVincenzo, 33, 9 3-pointers made. I think that we get Eastern Conference Championship, man. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I don't know.
Hey, I like the optimism. The Knicks haven't had anything to root for in a long time, but in the last 10 games, you're not even the hottest team like in your division. Cleveland Cavaliers have won 9 out of 10. They're playing without 2 of their starters, and they're doing it a lot with defense. Big, I forgot his name, blacked out, but the big center inside with the afro. Got to give the Cavs some credit.
Not taking away anything from the Cavs. The Pacers have turned it around themselves, bringing in the big guy. Bringing in Pascal from the Raptors. They are making a move. I don't think I'd look at that team. I don't think that team makes it in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
you got to play.
They're built for the All-Star team, or the All-Star game, not the.
Right. Not the playoffs. You got to play defense in the playoffs. That's why I say the Knicks can probably have a maybe good chance. If the Cavs are playing defense too, right now the Knicks are in 3rd, Cavs are in 5th. We're not playing each other for a while. You know what I mean? So I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? If we're not playing each other for a while.
Exactly. Boston's still uncatchable right now. They just keep destroying people.
Boston's lineup is a juggernaut.
Pistons are on fire.
Gotta win.
Man, like every 7 days we get a win now. It's pretty cool.
I like that you gotta win.
We're still not gonna catch San Antonio.
It's called a streak.
We're streaking. We're like 3-7 in the last 10. We are streaking.
You are streaking now. That's insane.
Right, we got 2 representatives in the Rising Stars game. Watch out, NBA baby.
And who might that be? The young kid you drafted this year, I would assume, the Thompson kid, whatever.
Shockingly, he did not make it. No, Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren, I believe.
Oh, and I thought that was going to be one of the better kids on your team.
He's had a decent year. We decided to cut his minutes halfway through the season for whatever reason. I guess we were going to try to start winning instead of developing.
Developing. Okay. It
Yeah, I don't
happens
know.
when you
Yeah,
only
so
win 3 games. You're like, shit.
he's still producing. He just doesn't get that much time. He's never there at the end of the game, so he misses out on some minutes. That's all right.
That's all right.
We'll get another good draft guy next year.
2026.
That's right.
Might be changing that to the Knicks bet.
All right. Possible.
So it is
Doubt
possible.
it'll be the Warriors, but we did get a win today.
Got to win the day. I doubt it will be the Warriors. You are kind of needing to make a decision here very soon.
We're Kaminga's team, baby. Where Kaminga goes, we go.
So you're
Not even Steph's team anymore.
So it's Kaminga's team.
Kaminga's team.
And it's time to realize it's Kaminga's team. You need to take all those draft picks from the Knicks. We've got 10 first-round draft picks. We're not sure when we're going to get any of them.
Right.
Because they're all like,
Yeah, so what do you need? Another shooter and an Andrew Wiggins? There you go.
Yeah. So we'll take Steph. You can have 10 first-round draft picks and build the Kuminga team.
I'm not signing off on Steph. You could have anybody else but Steph and Kuminga.
Oh, you said anybody else? Oh, but then Kuminga showed up in the sentence. All right.
Of course he did. Steph Kuminga.
I was just trying to get Steph Curry one last chance at winning a championship.
I know. Him and Kuminga, they're going to practice, work on the pick and roll next year, be unstoppable. Forget about it.
Bringing in Phil Jackson to run the triangle, huh?
We're going to run the obtuse triangle. It's way different.
Obtuse triangle. Phil Jackson back on the bench.
Brand new.
Steve Kerr as his assistant. The reverse triangle. Kuminga.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So I feel like we're never going to catch the West, because if you look at the West, all the teams are just like 6-4, 7-3, 6-4, 7-3, 8-2. Yeah. They're all just winning.
A lot of young good players in the West, not on the Warriors. On a bunch of other teams.
Right? Sacramento's on a little bit of a roll now. It's always good to see.
Joker's the second best player in basketball. And his team's pretty good.
Fucking Warriors held Embiid to 14 points today, baby.
Yeah, right. See, there's some weakness there in the Embiid. That's why I'm telling you. The Embiid's going to be in. The Knicks are going to just keep rising from this point. We're going to start fighting the Bucks for second. Celtics, Knicks for the top two.
Oh shit! It hasn't been a long time since Celtics Knicks 1-2.
Been a oh my God! It's been hundreds of years. I think time has almost stopped since the Knicks and the Celtics have been 1 and 2. I can't even remember the last time that was. Even with Carmelo Anthony, I don't think the Celtics existed maybe for that year. So, all right,
that guy doesn't know.
We're excited for basketball. We're excited for the Knicks. Both your teams kind of suck this year. I feel bad for you. You're waiting for spring training.
That's all right. Curry and Kuminga are fun to watch. Go see Warriors game. Woo!
Woo! The tickets are cheap.
They're getting there. They're getting cheaper by the day.
Getting cheaper by the day. What else we got? We got anything else in basketball?
I mean, there was a couple games last week that Luka Doncic scored 73 the day after he got the fan ejected from the game. I thought that was funny. So obviously, kicking people out of basketball games does not affect his performance.
No. Probably improves his performance.
LeBron James got hit in the face again. That was kind of neat. Dylan Brooks, he might be following Draymond into therapy here shortly.
Nice.
And Rajon Rondo was caught smoking weed in Indiana. Apparently that's not legal there yet.
No, you're probably going to find your Bible Belt, Midwestern states, all that area, probably not real fond of the weed smoking. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I figured he'd at least go to Kentucky to do it. That way they'd be like, hey, Rajon Rondo.
Right? What are you doing? Smoking a joint? Yeah, man, I got a blunt in my car. Let's light it up, man. Yeah, it's probably different in Kentucky for Rajon. Indiana probably doesn't like Rajon at all.
No,
probably
I doubt it.
One bit. They probably think back throughout the years of Rajon and like, nope, never was a Pacer, never was a Hoosier.
Check minus.
Out the door, buddy. Well, that's good stuff. What do we got? We got any college basketball this week? I know the Kentucky Wildcats snuck in and snuck out a win, a much needed win.
Solid. Yep. Carolina was on that huge ACC winning streak of 9 games, and we just lost at Georgia Tech. But I'll tell you why in a second. Or I can just tell you right now, probably.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, this Saturday, check out these games. We got Carolina at Duke.
Ooh,
That's like what, 3 against 7. We got Tennessee at Kentucky. That's like
ooh,
what, 5 against 6.
5 against 6. Yeah, it's huge.
Houston at Kansas. That's 4
Houston,
against
that's 1-2, right? Or
4 and something. I
Okay.
don't know. I think Kansas is 8th because they lost a couple,
Okay.
but they kicked the shit out of somebody today. So, and then
Houston,
Iowa State Baylor, Brock Purdy University, back in the top 20. So they got a big game Saturday too.
Brock Purdy. If Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl, we can call Iowa State from now on Brock Purdy U.
All right,
All
that's
right.
a deal.
That's a deal. So listen, Duke, Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky. That is 2 big games in college basketball this week.
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. What a day.
I hate Tennessee on a Saturday morning.
Right?
Throughout the years, I've always hated to wake up on a Saturday morning and going, "Who's Kentucky with Tennessee?" God damn it! It's always a really tough game,
It's
and a
3
lot of
times a year, it seems like.
yeah, it's a lot of victories for Tennessee. Lately, for some I don't know, for some odd reason, I've just not liked Tennessee. So, and then of course Duke and Carolina. That's the biggest rivalry in college basketball. So, everybody should definitely wake up on Saturday. I'm assuming Saturday, and
Yep.
watch some college basketball.
It's basically this starts that last month until we have championship week, and then of course the brackets. So yeah, it's a month till March. It's go time, baby.
It is. It's a month till brackets. Hey, this Ace pear cider is delicious. I've never had
I,
one.
I thought so too.
Did you have one?
I did have a cup. Yeah, just one, only one. That's right,
You only
just
had
one.
one.
I only had
All right.
one.
I only brought one home.
Just wanted to try.
I just wanted to sip it. I just wanted to see what it tastes like. You should buy more
Funny.
of these for sure. Delicious.
Yeah.
That goes down nice. All right, so we got good college basketball coming out there. What else? What else we got this? What else we got going on here in your little world of sports? You got any hockey?
Well, yeah. I mean, speaking of Saturday, we got hockey's got their All-Star weekend up in Toronto. So we got a lot of
Oh,
cold and a lot of hockey fun.
yeah. I like the All-Star game for the hockey. I like the little challenges that do the little things with the passing and going throughout. I enjoy the hockey game, and then the hockey game itself is better than the basketball All-Star game. By
They're
like
doing
a lot.
a bunch of 3-on-3s this year. You know how they do overtime, like 3-on-3?
Uh-huh.
So they're doing that. They're like 4 or 5 teams of 3, and they're gonna play a bunch of games, and
Oh, so it's not going to be a straight on game?
not a straight on game, a bunch of little mini games.
Okay. I
No, it's still gonna
enjoy
be pretty fun.
I enjoy
Do you know?
I don't like All-Star weeks anymore. Baseball. That's it.
Yeah, baseball I could do without the week. The game's okay. I kind of
Well,
like all the
without the
hockey.
week, the game. I'm just saying the game.
No,
Fuck
just
the
the
rest of
game. Oh yeah.
fuck the
No,
rest of the
baseball's
stuff
the only one that they actually play.
that they actually play.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I mean that's like 3-2, 4-6.
Oh yeah. You don't want to be the pitcher that gives up the hits.
No. So it's not like the basketball All-Star game where they're like trying to break 300 on each side.
Yeah. You can just blame the other guy for not playing defense. Well, he didn't play defense either.
He just let LeBron slam. He didn't care. Like, all right, man. And then they got rid of football, and now they're getting rid of hockey. Kind of interesting.
Hey, you know, Sidney Crosby's only made 5. This is his 5th All-Star game. Believe it or not,
No.
at like 16 years, he only made it 5 times.
Is that a fan voting thing?
That's just kind of prestigious. A lot of players, not a lot of spots for All-Star weekend. And yeah, a couple injuries, bad timing. I don't think it's mostly fan voted.
Because LeBron has made 20.
He has made 20. I know. The disparity there is just unreal.
The disparity there is unbelievable.
So yeah, looking forward to that. I mean, the Senior Bowl stuff is going on, like, and they invite juniors and stuff now. So Senior Bowl's kind of pimped up a little bit. A couple Penn State guys running some fast times. So I'm kind of pumped up about that. Check out all the results. A lot of O linemen are going to be good next year, which is nice for the Niners because we need help.
You got one in the top 10, right? You got that left tackle yours? Is he left tackle or right tackle coming out in the draft this year?
Oh, Penn State for show no?
For sure now.
Yeah,
top
no.
10.
For show no. They had him as high as 4. Right now they have him around 15. But yeah, he'll be drafted first round somewhere.
Oh, if the guy from Notre Dame goes, the Jets will not pass up on him. There's no way in hell.
Yeah, almost mock draft season. I love that. And this year the Niners actually have a first round pick.
I'm excited for mock round. I'm excited for mock drafts. I'm excited. We have 3 in the first 2 rounds, and those are value. Those are big pictures.
Oh yeah,
so
we got tons of day 2 picks this year. We're gonna be able to stockpile some stuff.
I think we have 11 or we have another year of big picking. Like we had like 13 picks last year. I think we're the same this year. Like some ridiculous amount of numbers where it's like we have a lot of 5s, 6s, and 7s. So, and we had 20 rookies this year made the field, played.
Solid. Niners had like 4.
Yeah, right.
We cut most of ours in preseason.
Yeah, we had 20 rookies help us get to the playoffs. So I'm like, all right. Yeah. That's why I'm not upset. I'm excited. Green and gold. It's all behind me, covering the walls. I'm happy. I think there's a good future. So, hockey, we're happy. We got All-Star weekend. We had tennis this week.
We did. Down under.
Down under, where the Busher comes from.
Right, where the Bush, the car racer. Of course he's Australian.
Do your Australian Open, man.
Brilliant. Oh no, I had another crazy question. It was will Sabalenka win the women's side of the Australian Open in tennis, and the men's side was won by Jannik Sinner. What country do you think Jannik Sinner is from?
Jannik Sinner. Ooh. I don't know. I feel like Netherlands or Portugal.
Yeah, no, it was one of those ones I couldn't figure out. First name and last name just didn't match up, but all this guy's Italian.
He's Italian. Okay, cool. I was like,
I'm guessing from the Croatian side.
Okay, because I went like Netherlands with the first name and Portugal with the second name. I couldn't get it at all. I was like, I have no clue. Where's the last name Sinner come from? That sounds like an American. He's not American?
He should be.
Yeah, right? He's not an American guy? All right, that's fucked. Cool. His parents didn't move here like in the 60s or something? No? All right. Well, the Center's all right. No. Australian Open. What's next for tennis?
More tennis. We got more tennis coming up.
We got tons of tennis coming up. What's next for a big one, though?
You're gonna tell me? That's an unfair question. You should have given me more.
Unfair question. I should.
That guy is it the U.S. Open? He thinks it's the U.S. Open.
That's June.
Okay, we're close.
We're close. How about the French? Nah.
Could be French.
Could be the French. Could be French. What I know is happening.
I don't know.
Germany.
Coco will get one of these. Coco's going to get one of them.
U.S. She going to win the U.S.
Yeah, that'd be
U.S.
nice.
and Wimbledon. Just all you got to do is win the U.S. Open and Wimbledon.
Boom.
Gives a shit about the Australian. How about tennis? Exactly. NASCAR starts this weekend.
We're all excited about that.
FB is excited about that. We got the Busch Light Series at the Coliseum. It's a clash at the Coliseum this Sunday. Will help all those people that could totally give a shit less about the Pro Bowl. So if you're not interested in the Pro Bowl, you got the clash at the Coliseum.
I'm going to cook some gnocchi.
You could either cook gnocchi. You can watch the clash at the Coliseum while you're cooking gnocchi. It's not that hard.
Oh, there you go. That's a good plan.
Guys going around in a circle. You got tons of time. They're not doing anything else. They're going around.
Perfect.
So you got Busch Light. But we do have in February 15th, we have the duels at Daytona. That'll be a Thursday night. And then
That's when it all really gets started, huh?
that's when we do the duels at Daytona. And then that weekend will be the Daytona 500. So February 17th, 18th, somewhere in that area. The weekend after the Super Bowl. So whatever day the Super Bowl is, a week later will be the Daytona 500. You can't do it any better. You know what I mean? The biggest sporting event in all of sports, the Super Bowl, followed by the biggest NASCAR event and all of that. Wake up, Goob. We're still here. We're still going, buddy. It's the FB and Goob show. So yeah, so NASCAR starting Sunday, which is good because I need something to talk about. I need a sport to watch. I ain't got nobody to watch anymore. All it is fucking Niners. Knicks. I got the Knicks. Excited about the Knicks. Very, very, very excited about the Knicks. Might be one of our best years. So NASCAR. You got any performers of the week that aren't Niners?
No, I think I hit on most of them already. I think my pulled pork was the performer of the week on the championship Sunday at the Good Time Tavern. That shit rocked.
It rocked. Was good. How was your broccoli fucking sauerkraut crap?
What?
You made some broccoli sprout.
Oh yeah, there was a broccoli slaw to cool everything down. It was a bit spicy. It wasn't bad.
No, all right.
Now I'll probably go with cabbage next time, but I mean the broccoli was a nice change up.
A little crispier.
It was. Yeah, you had to work a little bit.
Yeah, a little work on that. I know that broccoli slaw because that's just the stock of broccoli, just kind of grated.
Yeah,
Julienne's broccoli stock. That's you got to make some flavor for that. Well, that's good. Performer of the week. That was your performer of the week.
Yeah, it was.
Nice. I don't have any performers of the week. I was not impressed with anybody.
Perfect.
Dan Campbell coaching himself out of the Super Bowl. That was my performer of the week. Watching that man just go from 17 points up to shaking Shanahan's hand at the end of the game, going, congratulations. There's my performer of the week, Dan Campbell. And for everybody else who said that, Dan, you stuck to your guns. You coached the way you coached all year. Good for you. Dan, don't listen to those people.
You got to change. You got to be a better coach.
You got to change, man. When the playoffs come, points are at a premium. Take them. Don't let them get slipped by you. Andy Reid will show you. Yeah, you did. On two stupid-ass plays, a face mask thing and a fumble by Gibbs changed that whole fucking game in two simple plays. And on that note, I'm FB.
Konnichiwa, I'm the Goob.
Yeah, Goob. Konnichiwa.
Arigato, aloha.
Peace.